Picture this. You're dressed sharp for a life-changing job interview, heart racing with hope. Your stepfather hands you a steaming coffee mug, eyes locked on yours, insisting it'll calm your nerves. But the smell is off, bitter, metallic, like poison masked as kindness. Suspicion crawls up your spine. What if he's been sabotaging you for months to keep you trapped under his roof? And what if, by dumping that coffee, you spark a chain of events that exposes his crimes, frees your family, and leaves him broken? This is Andrew Bishop's story of betrayal turned into raw, satisfying justice. If you've ever been undermined by someone who should have had your back, craving the day they face consequences, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic revenge tales, and settle in. This one's going to have you cheering for payback every step of the way. Let's whisk you away to Missoula, Montana, where the Rocky Mountains stand like silent sentinels, and the Clark Fork River snakes through a town blending rugged wilderness with small-town warmth. The air carries pine and damp earth, but in one modest home on the outskirts, tension simmered like a storm brewing. Our hero, Andrew Bishop, was 26, stuck living with his mom and stepdad after college. Not the dream setup, he'd graduated. With a marketing degree, burning to craft campaigns for outdoor brands that ignite adventure. Jobs were scarce in Missoula, so he scraped by on freelance gigs, saving every penny while honing a portfolio that gleamed with his talent for turning gear into stories of exploration. His mom, Sarah, was his rock, a nurse at St. Patrick Hospital, hands rough from years of double shifts, face etched with quiet resilience. She'd raised Andrew alone since his dad vanished when he was 3, leaving only faint echoes of pine aftershave and broken promises. Sarah met Craig Henson 4 years ago during a hospital remodel. Craig, a burly contractor with grease-stained hands and a skeptical squint, asked her out for coffee. She came home glowing, and Andrew felt relief. 22 years of sacrifice deserved joy. At first, Craig seemed dependable. He fixed leaky faucets, took Sarah on scenic drives through the Bitterroot Valley, and helped Andrew move into his college dorm. "Good to see you getting educated," he'd said, but added, "No shame in a trade if it doesn't work out." Subtle, like a hairline crack in concrete, unnoticed until the foundation shifts. The cracks widened when Andrew moved back after graduation. The economy was brutal, entry-level marketing jobs rarer than a clear winter sky. A planned 3-month stay stretched to 14, and Craig's jabs grew sharper. He'd loom in the doorway as Andrew worked late on designs, smirking. 4 years for brochures? Or, we used our hands back in my day, not hashtags. Andrew's chest tightened, fists clenching under the desk, thinking, why can't he just believe? In me, Sarah noticed, trying to soothe. He's worried about your security. His dad was tough on him, but frustration smoldered in Andrew's gut. Then strange incidents piled up. His alarm failed before key meetings, leaving him scrambling, pulse racing. Portfolio files vanished from his laptop, hours lost, heart pounding as he searched folders. Wi-Fi dropped during video interviews, his screen freezing mid-sentence. Technology's unreliable, Craig would say, shaking his head with feigned pity. Andrew felt powerless, doubts creeping like fog off the river. Am I jinxed? Or something darker at play? 2 weeks before the big interview, while rummaging in Craig's truck for jumper cables, he found an unmarked bottle, strong sleep aids, label peeled off. His hands trembled as he replaced it, suspicion flaring like a spark in dry grass. Then came the call from Granite Peak Outfitters. They'd seen his online mock-up of their catalog, vibrant, adventure-driven. Sarah hugged him tightly. I always knew you'd shine. Craig, back turned at the sink, muttered, Don't count your chickens. That night, through thin walls, Andrew overheard their argument. Why can't you be happy for him? Sarah pressed. It's not a real career. He needs reality. Craig growled. Andrew lay awake, ceiling blurring, realizing Craig saw him as a rival, not family. Interview morning, he was up before dawn, suit pressed, shoes gleaming, portfolio flawless. Granite Peak wasn't just a job. Their gear had fueled his childhood, hikes sparking his marketing passion. At 6:30, he entered the kitchen, linoleum cool underfoot. Craig, in work clothes, brewed coffee. Big day, need fuel. His tone was off, raising the hairs on Andrew's neck. Craig never did this. Thoughtful, Andrew replied, watching the pour into his mug, a keepsake from his first freelance check. Special, blend for nerves. Their eyes met, Craig's flickering with triumph. The smell hit, chemical, metallic, like Craig's groggy mornings. Andrew's mind raced. Alarms, files, that pre-interview stomach bug that left him retching, canceling a promising call. Clarity struck like ice water. Sabotage. Craig wanted him to fail, to stay dependent. A calm settled over him. Thanks, I'll take it to go. The mug felt heavy, a ticking bomb. At the gas station, pumps humming, he dumped the contents, oily liquid swirling into trash, hands shaking. His gut screamed, Craig sees me as competition. For Mom's time, money, control. Sipping cafe coffee in Granite Peak's sleek wood-paneled lobby, Andrew didn't review his portfolio. Instead, he cataloged incidents. Not bad luck, a pattern. When the interviewer called, he stood, resolve stealing his spine. He pitched ideas clearly, mock-ups earning nods. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Building lasting connections, he said, meaning it. Campaigns and a life free from sabotage. Driving home with an offer, start Monday, solid salary, benefits, he replayed the morning. Craig's watchful eyes waiting for him to drink. No anger, just resolve. The game was over. Home. Retching sounds stopped him. Craig slumped on the couch, pale, sweating, bucket ready, Andrew's mug empty beside him. You're back, he mumbled, eyes narrowing. Got the job. Monday start. Surprise flashed, then darkness. Sarah entered, worry lining her face. How'd it goes? Offered on the spot. She hugged him, pride shining. Over her shoulder, Craig stared at the floor. What's wrong? Food poisoning, maybe, she whispered. Sick, since morning, right after you left. Pieces clicked. Craig drank his own brew. That night, Andrew studied the pill bottle he'd swiped from Craig's truck, replaced with an empty look-alike. White pills matched the mug's powdery residue. Crushed. Sleep aids, maybe more, meant to impair. At breakfast, Craig moved gingerly, eyes down. Feeling better? Fine, he grunted. Apartment hunting today. His head snapped up. Already? Saved enough. Out soon. Mom will miss you. Across town. Sunday dinners. Jaw tightened. Jobs are risky. Stay. Save more. The trap was clear. After undermining, even drugging, he craved control. Thanks. Time to go. That afternoon, Andrew found a studio 10 minutes from work. The landlord, impressed by his job, approved the lease. Signing it, deposit down, freedom tasted sweet. Back home, Craig tinkered in the garage, tools clanging. Andrew slipped a note into his toolbox. Whatever you hoped to ruin, it didn't work. He left silently. Days later, packing books, Sarah knocked, eyes red-rimmed. Can we talk? She sat on his bed. Craig says you're hostile, left a threatening note. Did he mention the coffee he drank and got sick from? Her brow furrowed. Diner poisoning, he said. No diner. He made that coffee for me. Andrew placed the pill bottle in her palm. Found in his truck. Crushed in the mug. That's serious, Andrew. Kept quiet, no proof, but not the first. Alarms, files, Wi-Fi failing. Her face paled. He wouldn't. Doubt crept in. Thought it was disapproval, but it's more competition for you. Your money. Money? Check your savings? Her silence spoke volumes. Andrew had suspected siphoning. New tools, trips, cash despite less work. Saw an overdrawn bank notice. You're careful. Craig handles bills, says it stresses me. Her voice was faint, silence stretched. Show me everything, she said, resolute. An hour later, Andrew detailed the sabotage, isolation, dead-end nudges. Thought protective, she whispered. It's control, he replied. She stood, shoulders firm. Calls to bank, lawyer. Relief flooded Andrew. Her eyes were open. Apartment? Saturday, can stay. No. Start your life. I'll handle mine. A shift cemented. They were allies now. Days grew tense. Craig watched warily, Barb's gone. Sarah made hushed calls, visited the bank, jaw set. Thursday night in the kitchen she whispered, new account, transferred what's left. Little remains. Missing? Nearly 20,000 over 3 years. Forgeries. Andrew's stomach sank, her retirement stolen. Banks investigating, accounts frozen. Plan? Lawyer Monday, after you're safe. I can help. No, held us back too long. Last night, garage confrontation, Craig with beer. Doing this, playing outdoors? Good opportunity. Mom's upset, abandoning. Her. She's proud. Said so. You're different. Whispers, calls. Busy moving. Saw your note. Clever, observant. Jobs fail. Unreliable, impaired. Threat hung heavy. Fear flickered, then faded. Unfortunate, like bank forgery probes or bugs matching sleep aids with booze. Craig paled. You don't know. Mom's lawyer might. Andrew walked past, heart pounding but step steady. Hand shone. It felt right. That night, arguments echoed. Their battle now. Morning, Andrew loaded his car early. Sarah hugged him, slipping an envelope. Housewarming. Open there. Craig watched from the window, eyes hard. Driving away. Lightness. Bloomed. Both heading toward better. Weeks into the job, routine set. Apartment small, his. Team valued ideas. Building felt real. Sarah called. Divorce filed Monday. Craig raged, promised change, misunderstanding, borrowing money. We knew better. Thursday evening, call. It's done. Police left. What? Forgery on 11 slips? Unprescribed drugs found. Arrested. He's gone. At Aunt June's now. Andrew pulled over, sunset painting mountains gold and purple. Coffee's close call lingered. Relief settled. Not joy. Text. Sarah and Aunt June on a porch, smiling. Starting over. Thanks for showing how. Apartment honest, his. Revenge? Walk away, build better. Months later, Andrew presented a winter campaign. Real customer stories, gear in action. Connects our values. Lead it, the director said. Phone buzzed. Sarah with keys to a brick building. Lease signed. Cafe opens next. Month, settlement recovered savings. Her dream revived in Bozeman. A fresh start. Craig took a plea. Probation, restitution. Moved to Wyoming, construction, head low. Evening hike, ridge over Missoula. Pine sharp, snow looming. Valley twinkled at dusk. Coffee's bitter memory. Battles, breaking free from doubt, settling. Victory whispers. Mom reclaiming. Son forging. Burdens lifted. Mug left on stones. Andrew walked down, lighter each step. Emotionally, this cuts deep. Betrayal from family stings most. Andrew started hopeful. Craig's help filling gaps, but jabs eroded worth. Doubts whispering failure. Underestimation burned. Passions mocked like childish toys. Disrespect in smirks. Powerlessness in sabotages. Gut churning. Sanity questioned. Craig was infuriatingly real. Broad, now lazy, smiles half sneers, eyes scheming. Wrongdoings crept, resetting alarms in darkness, smugly deleting files, forging slips to steal security. A control freak, isolating Sarah, diminishing Andrew to reign. Supreme relatability, who hasn't felt belittled, craving justice, Andrew's pain universal. Injustice builds sympathy, revenge earned through truth. Escalation, jabs to incidents, frustration like a gathering storm. Turning point, coffee's smell, clarity snapping. Revenge, evidence kept, note dropped, truth. To Sarah, executed via exposure, pacing tense with short bursts, dramatic in vivid scenes. Sensory, mug's weight, oily pour, retching echoes, sweat beads. Internal, what if I'd drunk it? No. Done being a victim. Dialogue sharp, threats low, responses firm. Hold on, the justice hits now. Craig crumbling as truth strikes, Andrew freed in triumph. This payoff will satisfy every fibber. Payoff cascaded, sharp and sweet. Craig first drank his own poison, alone after Andrew left, perhaps toasting failure, sipping the leftover brew. Nausea hit hard, stomach roiling like a storm-tossed lake, vomiting for hours, mirroring the ruin he'd planned. Impairment backfiring spectacularly. The note, Craig unfolding it, grease-stained fingers trembling, words searing. Realization, dawning like acid. Garage clash. Beer breath close, threats venomous, Andrew's counters piercing, forgeries, pills. Shock widened Craig's eyes, face paling, denials weak. Bravado shattered. Control slipped. Sarah's moves sealed it. Accounts frozen, divorce filed, investigation launched. Arguments raged. Craig's pleas desperate, crumbling. Arrest. Door pounded, cuffs snapped, let out humiliated, neighbors whispering. Andrew's release. Envelope opened. Check from recovered funds. Note saying proud. In the car, sunset glowing, tension melted. Triumph quiet but deep. Validation surged, not just for the job but for exposing rot, freeing Sarah. Relief flowed like a river. Burdens. Lifted, justice served cold. This story proves karma can whisper through resilience, not always loud crashes. Justice feels earned when truth exposes wrongs, urging us to trust instincts against manipulation. What resonates? Sometimes the best. Revenge is rising above, building anew. Thought-provoking, isn't it? Makes you reflect on your own battles. If this revenge saga sent a chill of satisfaction down your spine, smash that like button to celebrate justice and share in the comments. What's your most jaw-dropping payback story, family drama or otherwise? Subscribe with notifications on for more Reddit tales that grip and deliver. Thanks for joining. True strength shines in quiet comebacks. See you next time.